Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to Raptors Flex Plus. I'm your host, Kyle, and I got another video for y'all. For real, for real. So, before we get into it, I'm going to be talking about the ESPN standings projections and where the Raptors fit in. Before we talk about that, thank everybody for supporting the channel. If you can, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow this channel to be one of the illest in the Raptors community. So thank you in advance. So I was looking at I don't even know what I was looking at. I got did I get an alert from the ESPN app? I don't even know. But I was in the ESPN app and I saw that they dropped some projections for the Eastern Conference in terms of the projected amount of wins for each team in the Eastern Conference. So obviously, I'm going to try to check and see what the Raptors is saying, right? I'm going to just read this off. Okay, yo, all right. So check it. They got the Boston Celtics at 54.3 wins at number one in the East. It's a regular season stuff. Then they got the Cleveland Cavaliers at 48.6 wins, second in the East. The Milwaukee Bucks, who just acquired Dame Dollar, 48.5 wins at number three in the East. The Philadelphia 76ers, we don't know what the hell is going on with James Harden, but they're projected to win 46.9, so basically 47 wins, number four in the East. The New York Knicks, number 5, 44.6. The Atlanta Hawks, 43.8 at number 6. The Miami Heat at number 7, 42.7 wins. And you know who else got 42.7 wins in the projection from ESPN? The Toronto Raptors at number 8. Okay? And number 9 is the Brooklyn Nets at 40.0. Okay? Then it's the Pacers at 38.6, the 10 seed, right? Which is relevant because we do the play-in scenario now. Let's go back to the Raptors. Here is what ESPN says in their article. Toronto Raptors average wins 42.7. Even with the loss of point guard Fred VanVleet in free agency, the Raptors were one of my 4 teams most likely to improve based on their underlying stats last season. Toronto's plus 1.5 differential, they're talking about points. So this is points scored to points given up. Ranked 6th in the East. And that was with opponents scorching the Nets from the 3-point range, which tends not to carry over. The Raptors also have 5 players projected with at least 0.8 points per 100 possessions, better than average at their position, tied with the Celtics and Memphis Grizzlies for most in the NBA. Okay, so they're saying we got the same amount of projected wins as the Miami Heat. Maybe they're saying, based on putting the Heat at 7 and the Raptors at 8, that the Heat would have won the season series between the Raptors and the Heat, because that's the only way that two teams can finish with the same record, just two teams, not three or four. Two teams finish with the same record, not in the same division, which is important, and they're in the same conference. So they got us at number 8. Congratulations to ESPN. On the real, tell me if I'm wrong, but doesn't it feel like with these ESPN projections year over year that when they underrate the Raptors, we exceed expectations? When they overrate the Raptors, we don't meet the expectations of the projections. So, I don't know. I tried to look back. I went on the internet trying to find out what the projections were for previous years, and now ESPN has it behind a paywall. I didn't pay for it. I tried checking Reddit, wherever I could, to try to figure out if my inkling is correct, and I am unable to substantiate my claim. But listen, I don't know. For years, I've been saying this with ESPN. They underrate us. We do better. I feel like last year they overrated us because we had finished fifth in the East that playoff year. Not last year, the year before. So 2021, when we played Philly in the playoffs, Scotty Barnes went down, got hurt. We know the situation with that. We left in the first round against and beating them. They got their little revenge against us after Kawhi hit the corner buzzer in game 7. But anyways, just saying, I don't know. It just feels like every time they underrate us, we exceed expectations. And when they underrate us, sorry. When they underrate us, we exceed expectations. And then when they overrate us, we seem to slide in below the projection. So right now they got us ranked at number 8. I'm gonna do a video about where my Eastern Conference projections are, but I feel like ESPN went really safe with this particular projection. Number 8 in the East. You know the Raptors are gonna be at least in the play-in. But what I'm hoping is that based on their projections, we exceed expectations. Now, what does exceed expectations mean? We got to end up number 6 in the East. That means that we don't want to play in the play-in. We are a playoff team. We'll play whoever the 3rd seed is. In this case, they got to ask the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, I'm hoping they're wrong about that because Damon and Giannis and Chris Middleton, like, yo, the Bucks are doing damage with Chris Middleton as the second option. You put Chris Middleton as a third option, in my humble opinion, that is where he belongs. He is a third option on a championship winning team. Now, do I want to see the Bucks in the first round? Nope. I'm hoping somebody over, you know what I'm saying? They over exceed the expectations, or if the Cavs want to drop down from what their projections are to be 2 down to 3, I'll take that. I don't want to see Giannis and Dame. I really don't, especially in the playoffs. Now they got number 8. So let's say we go through the play-in now, right? And we face the number 1 seed. They got the number 1 seed right now as the Boston Celtics, which is take it how you want to take it. Some people may be high on Boston because they went and got Kristaps They went and got Drew Holiday. You know what I'm saying? They paid my man Jaylen Brown the offseason. They still got Jason Tatum, who's a man, in my opinion. They lost Brogdon. They lost Marcus Smart. They lost Robert Williams. That is the big loss for the Boston Celtics. Robert Williams. Don't forget about Grant Williams either. He's over there in Dallas now. I seen him play in the preseason. And you know, the Celtics got a different team going into the 2023-24 season. Now, there's no guarantee that anyone's going to finish first, second, third, fourth, all the way down to 8, 9, 10. There's no guarantees. However, I feel like it is very possible that the Raptors can snag the 6th seed in the East. And if they do, the good part is that we don't got to go through the play-in. You guarantee yourself at the very least 2 home games. The very least. But I think it's important for this team to make a jump based on last season and the moves that we didn't make in the off season. Pretty much everybody's still here. The only guy that's gone is Fred VanVleet. Who else is gone from the Raptors? Nobody. Back of the bench, man. I mean, big up Delano Banton. You know what I'm saying? He's over there in Boston now. But, like, back of the bench guys. All the major guys are still there. All the major bench pieces are still there. This is basically the same team minus Fred plus Dennis. That's a team. But at the end of the day, I feel like if ESPN says we're going to finish 8th, I think we got to be slotted in at least 6th. At least 6th. I would be very wary if ESPN said, oh, the Raptors are going to finish 4th in the East. I'd be like, oh, shit. We in some trouble now. We in some major trouble now if they were doing that. But that's not the case this time around. So, I don't know, man. If anybody can find the projections for the 2022-2023 season, 2021-2022 season, 2020-2021 season, and so on and so forth. But I'm just using my gut here. And I just feel like I just remember those years where like they just underrate us on ESPN. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point of this channel. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I feel like I'm right on this one. So, anyways, that's the video for today. I just wanted to react to the ESPN rankings. And I'm gonna do my own goddamn rankings. I'm gonna do my own rankings for the East and the West before the season starts. But that's the ESPN one. And the Raptors are playing preseason basketball from Vancouver on Sunday. Woo! Finally, we got some ball, eh? Like, I know the Abu Dhabi games was going on, Minnesota and Dallas, but like for me, I just want to see what the Raptors got because I've been listening to all the training camp interviews, and to be honest with you, I am training camp interviewed out. Don't care about the open practice where mans aren't playing proper defense. Don't care. What I want to see is how the Raptors perform, even just looking at some of the offensive sets, defensive philosophies that hopefully they're going to go into the season with. And I hope it's not winning situations where it's like, oh, you know, where it's like, oh, we're not gonna show anything because it's preseason. Yo, man need to practice their principles and their philosophies in the schemes. You feel me? So yeah, like that's basically it for me, man. Um, I'm gonna drop another video after the preseason game. I want to see if I learn anything from that. But like number 8, I think that's very encouraging. Number 8 from ESPN. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna just slide in and do what you don't expect us to do, and that's snag the 6th seed. We're not going to play in this year. We're going to the playoffs from the top. But anyways, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Y'all know the flex. It's your boy.